Tēnā rā koutou katoa I tēnei pō a tāhua. E te mahana hoki, ai, engari, e te, ke te hau mai te hau I roto I te whare. Pai rawa. Nā, ka koutou, ko tatu mai I tēnei pō. Whakarongo, I te kōrero pēr, pātai, o whakāru, me e ra atu mea, e hanga, o ki ra atu mea, ke te ngau haere tō maunga, ne? Ko tēnei tōku hōtaka, o tahi rau, rua te kau mā wari. Rua te kau mā wari. Ko Bexa Hau. E kōrero mai ana, mai I tēnei pito o Tamaki Makaurau, ki Aotearoa, New Zealand. Ko te wāinai nei, ko te tāwhipahi I te iwakaka, I te pō. It's quite a good night. It's not as hot and humid as it normally is, quite warm, with a little bit of wind. Well, Kapiti Mātia blowing around the house. And hopefully you've had a good day too. So, tomorrow morning, remember, I te ata, I te pākaraka, I te ata, ko te hui o te pātene tuku. Ne? E whai ana I tērā, ko te hui mō ngā kaiwhakapāhu. Ai, I te rimikaka, I te ata, I te whitikaka, I te ata, ka kōrero mai anō a Matua Randy, ai, Matua kapapiri ona, Randy Wilson, nā tērā tōna tūnga, ia rā, mai ngā tūrei, I ngā praere o ia wiki. So, every week, starting from tomorrow, well, in the morning, that's only so many hours away from now, here in New Zealand, but send button meeting English at 4 a.m. New Zealand time, followed by broadcasters meeting for all broadcasters to attend at 5 a.m. New Zealand time. And then following that at 7 a.m. New Zealand time is TBC Randy's 24/7 daily broadcast. Now Randy does his broadcast from Tuesday morning here in New Zealand till Friday morning every day. And team button meetings will be English in the morning, and on Wednesday morning, which is Wednesday, the same again will happen with the next 7 team buttons meeting, all at 4 a.m. So I hope it all goes a breeze for voting on Wednesday, and they've sorted all their little hiccups they had last week. A couple of them had, and all good to go. So looking forward to a total broadcast from the Manipuri and Telugu. Leo. Okay. Um, I think that's my notices for the week. Usually it's the beginning of the week that are the heavy days for everybody who does what it takes. So, something else that cropped up last night, that was in Chief's podcast, and he was talking about how exchanges, that's right, exchanges don't happen in TBC because TBC doesn't have an exchange. That is right. But I've also seen some comments on Facebook, and it's regarding the same thing, TBC exchange, but for Bitcoin, and it's being hailed as either a scam or it doesn't work. Well, you know, I've got this much to say. If you're going to say something like that, you know, make sure you have tried and experienced it yourself, because there are some people that are very successful at doing exactly that. Now, they speak of these successes, but like all things, you know, if you believe them, you will try it for yourself so that you know what they are saying is honest. It is true. And if you know it works for yourself, then you talk about it, won't you? So those who ramble on about and hit at all such programs, to me, I don't think they've tried what they hear. They've just gone on and babbled about it as if to say, you know, it doesn't happen, it doesn't work, it won't work, it hasn't happened. So don't discard everything. You know, if you want to know the truth, you try it for yourself. And if it doesn't work, we'll hear from you, no doubt. But if it does work, at least you'll know what somebody else has said is not true. So, you know, I get annoyed when I see posts like that. People condemning people before they know the real truth. And if they've experienced it themselves and they're speaking from it, then it's probably because they've had a bad experience 9 times out of 10. But it's not for everybody. Not everybody has that bad experience. So I thought I'd just throw that in there because of what I heard Keith talking about last night in his post, which was all good. But, you know, those who slam it, make sure you've done it before you start talking negative about things of that nature. Okay? Right. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the footy grain. Um, of course, we need to do, all you new members out there, you need to be quickly doing your footy grain. Even though in the blog it says you've got up until May to do the blog. And on the other hand, the blog is also quietly saying that you need to do it as quick as. So what do you do? The blog is saying both. But what would you do? My advice here, do it as quick as you can. Because who knows, we might not even get to May and you don't get them. So, get in, do your 40 grain, and then do what you have to do after that. Get out and be their sponsoring machine. Get out and do everything else that you're required to do. Make sure you become a broadcaster. Do your first broadcast, at least. So, 40 grand first, and do your, well, you can do it either way, as long as they're close behind one another. Broadcast, 40 grand. That's going to get your wallet going. And that's going to start, doing those things starts you off with also becoming a sponsoring machine. People will hear you broadcasting. People will want to know, hey, what's this guy on? What's this guy with? What does it all mean? What's he talking about? So, it's a good thing. You want to become a broadcaster very soon. Get knowledgeable. Learn a few things about TBC that people are going to question you about when you start sponsoring. Okay? So, and then you'll be able to answer these questions from experience, that is. Okay, so we're going to share and going to go with the holiday promotion here. Now this is from November last year, but you see, much of the holiday promotion continues on, except for one thing that is different. I believe in humanity and I hope you do too. This holiday promotion is how we in the TBC community can spread goodwill and cheer towards our fellow men during this holiday season. We are building an abundance-based economy from the ground up, and the builders of it need to be properly rewarded for their contributions. We recognize that people from some of the poorest nations have already been energized by our TBC message and have supported our mission to end poverty globally. We want to add incentives that are undeniably within the reach of even the poorest amongst us. Some people cannot find 40 grain of value to complete such a transaction for Kringles and the associated cookie rewards. This holiday promo does not replace the current cookie rewards. Instead, it is a way to collect additional cookies on top of the current cookie rewards during the promotion period that begins on December and lasts until January 2019. The November 2018 redemption period officially ends on November the 30th, and for those that only want to redeem their gift of 25,000 cookies and whatever additional cookies they have collected can do so without any additional requirements as long as they complete the redeem now process during the official redemption periods. The November 2018 redemption extension is available to those that have done or will do at least a 4 grain transaction before January 31st, 2019. Those that do transactions during the holiday promotion period will receive additional cookie rewards according to the tiers listed on the holiday promotion poster. The tiers are based on accumulation of all transactions done during the holiday promotion period. For example, if a member does a 4 grain transaction a week for 8 straight weeks during the holiday promo period, then they would have accumulated 32 grain in total transactions and will receive 25 million cookies. Once all of those transactions have been verified by both the receiver and sender of Kringle, the reward is identical as if a single transaction of 32 grain was done. I hope that is clear how the accumulation works in this tiered rewards system. Builders are also rewarded during this holiday promo period. Each tier of transaction unlocks the value of each referral cookie reward with a paid admin fee of 4 grain. Referrals will enter the TBC community during the holiday promo period. All transactions that have ever been done and verified count. So even if the transaction was done 2 years ago and verified, it counts towards unlocking how much of an additional holiday promo cookie reward you will receive for this new referral in the holiday promo period. It is highly rewarding to be a builder. For example, if you have completed and verified a 40 grain transaction, you will be qualified to get 10,000 or 10 million additional cookies for each of your referrals done during the holiday promo period. Let's say in this example, you signed up 10 paid referrals during the holiday promo period, and you will receive 10 times 10 million, equaling 100 million additional cookies. Keep in mind, these are additional cookies. Regular cookie rewards are still rewarded as always. Sponsors should be pleased to see the strong incentive here to complete transactions during holiday promotion period. Enjoy the holiday season and abundance it brings. Now, that's an old post, but this is post. This was the holiday promo period. Now, this has forwarded into the 2019 reward, which is on now. Now, these tiers here do not apply in the new rewards, although this one here at the bottom does. Okay? Because you have to do 40 grain. There's no way around that other than if you do it in, almost like a hire purchase agreement, where you may only have 4 grain 1 week, and the following week you might be able to purchase 24 grain. Add those together and you've got 28 grain. So you only need how many more? Wow, 12 grain. So you might be able to do that over 3 weeks by doing 3 lots of 4 grain. And once you've done that, you've earned this. Okay, so that's how you can do the 40 grain in the 2019 rewards happening now. And as I said before, Get in for your 40 grains now. And even if you have to start that way, start doing them now. Okay? Until it adds up until you get to the 40 grains. But if you don't start and you think, oh yeah, I'll do it April. I'll wait till April and then I'll do my 40 grains. I'll have enough money saved up. You think, to buy your grain. And then April comes and something else pops up and you don't get to do it. So it comes down to almost the last 4 weeks in May to try and do it. That puts a lot of pressure on you. Unnecessary pressure you don't need to do. So if you start it now, you could be doing more than one before May. Doing it the way you're going to do it may allow you to do 2 of them. Think about it. Don't put off what you can do today or next month or so, because that might never happen. Do it while it can happen. Okay? So that's the reason why I bought this up, because there is a post that talks holiday promotion will now become 2019 rewards. Well, that's the difference here in these charts. It's compulsory to do the 40 grains. Up there, you have that way or that option of doing it in bits and pieces or step by step or within your means. Okay? So, go for it. If you can start doing it now, get on to it. Okay? Right. Next article. Samuel, let's say, SW, and the S cube. So we're not talking about a body or something. SW, and the S cube. Our objective in TBC is to gather 1 billion members as fast as we can. That's right. From a marketing point of view, we can break the S curve into 4 parts: emphasis, concentration, momentum, and stability. After we have passed the emphasis stage here in TBC, take a look at that. What does SW mean? Well, I saw a latest post today, and a hint on this. Some will, some won't, so what? Every offer in the world experiences, some will, some won't, so what? Our invitation to receive a gift of redeemable cookies valued over 1 ounce of gold is no different. The point to so what is to not get hung up on those they fall into some way. Place all of your attention on those that belong to the somewhat category. The only value of the somewhat category is to search for ways to improve our approach in order to reduce the number in that category. Outside of that, very little attention should be given to those falling into the somewhat camp. For example, if you invited 10 people to receive the gift and 2 of them accepted it, you should see the victory of how you have helped 2 people improve their lives, and certainly should not feel disappointed about the 8 that declined the gift. Don't take what the 8 did, in this example personally. So what? Should be the attitude and just move on. The human tendency to count losses need to be overcome with an attitude adjustment. Always stay positive. Improvement comes at a positive state of mind. I will have more to say on someone, some will, some won't. So what? But now I'd like to talk about the S curve. The S curve represents the adoption rate over time. Our objective in TBC is to gather 1 billion members as fast as we can. From a marketing point of view, we can break the S curve into 4 parts: emphasis, concentration, momentum, and stability. I'd say we have passed the emphasis stage here in TBC. We had quite a bumpy road during our infancy. I'm glad that part is behind us now. We are currently in the concentration stage, and low growth numbers are normal during this stage of development. At some point, we will hit what is called critical mass. At critical mass, the momentum stage kicks in, and that's when we will see TBC community growth at least double on a monthly basis, and we will experience monthly exponential growth. And many will be surprised within that stage how fast we got to a billion members. I think there is a misperception right now within the TBC community that we should already be in the momentum stage. That's wishful thinking. The cryptocurrency frontier is only 10 years old, and that's not even one whole generation of people yet. Yes, technology and the information age do speed up adoption rates, and revolutions such as ours are features of it, and it just takes a change to do. What we need now is staying during this concentration. We need the effect of accumulation and not a revolving door. We're in a marathon, not a sprint. We can meet all needs right now, regardless if they are short term or long term. So let's use that means to establish a state of accumulation. Let's talk about critical mass for a moment. Here's what will look like for us in TBC. We will have at least 100,000 viewing same button meetings every week being done in about 20 more languages. The 24/7 broadcast will be several pages a day of backup shows, and anyone around the world could tune in live to participate in their native tongue at their convenience. Every show will have guest interviews of members sharing their personal cash flow stories and how TBC has changed their lives for the better. Hosts of these shows will be knowledgeable to answer any question that comes up in the chat area of the show. These shows become like a non-stop electrical current that everyone can plug into at their convenience. It won't matter what time of day it is or what part of the world someone is in. At their convenience, they can plug in. Community morale will be very high because of it. A Me Too effect will kick in. People all around the world will be getting TBC invitations from multiple friends, and people don't like the feeling of being left out. Critical mass will be the natural result. The moment of critical mass is so explosive, can be pinpointed down to a single day. The funny thing is, we already have enough members right now to create this moment of critical mass. We just lack the concentrated focus of the community to make it happen today. Now back to some will, some won't. So what? We have about 10,000 people a day signing up right now. That's very exciting and also encouraging. Sponsors need to improve on the transition of invitations. Inviting people to receive a gift is just the first invitation in a series. Next is the invitation to complete the profile in Kringle Cash back office. The most important invitations are listed out on the dashboard of Kringle Cash back office. We need to focus our concentration on the 5-day plan to duplicate success. Duplication will bring us to the moment of critical mass and momentum will become a smooth ride for all. I hope the sponsors are using all the tools in the Kringle Cash back office like the invitation tool. So, in the invitation tool, in the back office, it is important to keep track of what you sign up to, so be sure to edit the status of each of them as you go. The next tool to keep an eye on is your referrals, and you can monitor if they have paid or not. So here are your referrals, and here's the paid or not column here. Okay. Again, some will, some won't. So what? Apply to each invitation. If you are following directions carefully and you have done your best, then put your full attention on those that fall into the some will category and celebrate the victories that lead to duplication. Millions of unpaid TBC members wake up during the momentum stage and suddenly claim they have always been excited about TBC and will pay the admin fee and complete the profiles and all the other steps. These unpaid members are like gunpowder being stored up, and the spark that comes from hitting critical mass will light them all up into an ongoing explosion of community growth. So, like I said, we already have enough members to create this critical mass. I'm inviting you to be more focused and to concentrate all of your efforts in making this explosive moment happen. Oh, there we have it. And that pretty much tells you all in that blog. Some will, some won't. So what? So, okay. So I hope that's added some value, to the knowledge you already have, and gives you more insight into what we should be doing in TBC, how we should be doing things in TBC, and giving us a sense of direction as well. So that's it from me tonight, team. And I just got to acknowledge you guys, that's right. Sister Carol have given her apologies tonight that she can't make the broadcast because she's got some other thing on. And Sister Violet, who can't sign in but watches as well. So Brother Bill and Brother King, you guys are holding the fort for tonight. And of course, thanks for being here to Tautoko, me and my broadcast. And I hope, it sort of kickstart your thinking into where you want to be at next. Okay? So, like I always say, get out there and be that mean green sponsoring machine. Add duplication to be encouraged. Okay? So, ngā mihi ka koutou. I tēnei pō, hari kua ana te ngākau, ko tā mai koutou ki konei, ki te mātakitaki mai, ki te whakarongo mai, ki te pātai anō, ngā pātai, e whakararu ana o mahanga. And, yeah, so keep cool and Mārie, ka koutou.